Hello everyone, it's me ExilerJ, and in today's video I will talk about all the monsters I recommend you to pick as your selective summon. I get this question a lot, so I've decided to make a video about it. Also, these are just my recommendations, and there's a lot of good monsters out there, so don't assume that only these monsters are good. At the end of the day, you should pick whatever you're interested in. Also, one last thing. Once you get the quest to select a 5-star monster, you can skip it and save your selective summon for whenever you feel like you want to use it. So no rush if you haven't decided yet. But let's get started. First off, we got Argen, the Wind Vampire. He is by far the strongest PvE damage dealer you can pick on the selective summon. Some people also use him in PvP, but just keep in mind that there's better monsters for PvP over him. This is how he looks like on his awakened form. As for how he works, he has a passive first. Once this gets to level 10, you use your skill 2, which is called Death Blow, and he will get attack up level 5, which will help him a lot with damage. And most people just spam this skill basically on him. But the skill 1 is also really useful because it has defense down and it also gives you first. This is definitely by far the strongest PvE damage dealer that I've seen so far. If you don't like Argen, you can go with Brandia, the Fire Polar Queen. She deals bonus damage to bosses, and for that reason she is only used in PvE content from what I've seen so far. This is how she looks like on Awaken, and as for her skills, she has the skill which deals more damage the fewer targets there are. She also has damage taken up, which is a really good bombfell effect, because it will help your whole team, not only your team but also your party members, to deal more damage to the enemy. And then if there's only one target, this will be a level 2 damage taken up, which is really nice. Skill 2 is when attacking a boss, you will deal 30% more damage and you will have defense penetration of 50%. Her ultimate also is pretty nice. I don't think there's an ultimate that has this high of attack as Brandia, at least not for PvE. Next we have the Water Ifrit Theomars. This guy has a lot of damage, and once he is about to die, he gets Endure for a few seconds, which makes him unkillable until the buff's timer runs out or if it gets removed. He is really good for PvE and PvP content, dealing both good damage and also having good survivability if your enemy doesn't remove Endure, which is this passive skill over here. As you can see, it's on max skill. It will have 21 seconds of Endure, and he will also get level 10 of attack speed up. And his basic attack actually deals a lot of damage. Also, if he has Frostbite on the enemy, he will deal more damage, which he gets from his skill 2. And his skill 1 also deals more damage based off the level of Frostbite the enemy has. Next we got the Fire Ifrit, Tesarion. He is a really good monster for PvP because he has Oblivion, which disables the enemy's passives. This makes enemy summoners like Cleaves and Orbias very vulnerable, since both of them got a passive to make them cheat death as an example. He can counter a lot of monsters, and his DPS is good enough to make him good in PvE as well. This is his Oblivion. He has a passive with it, where whenever he's attacking, he has a 70% chance of putting Oblivion on the enemy target for 14 seconds. So any of these attacks will give him Oblivion. He also has Burn, and he also has Defense down. He also, just like Theomars, deals damage or more damage based on the level of Burn the enemy has. Then a personal favorite of mine, the Fire Desert Queen Sehkmet. She steals all beneficial effects from the enemy target. This allows you to steal invincibility, Endure, or whatever you want to enable your team to kill in PvP. She can also be very useful in PvE in a lot of situations. I use her in Battlefield a lot personally with my Orbia, and she is really good. This skill is the one that steals all beneficial effects. It also deals a lot of damage, and when she steals beneficial effects, the enemy target will get a level 2 defense down. Skill 1 is also really good. If there is no beneficial effects on them, this is an AoE skill by the way, they have a really big chance of getting silenced, so they won't be able to use any skills. She's a personal favorite of mine, and I really enjoy using her. Lastly, we have the Water Desert Queen Bastet. If you're playing on the US server though, you can get her for free from a code. But for the global server, I'm not sure yet if you will be able to get her for free in the future. So just a heads up about that. We also had an event on the US server where we got her for free yet again. So just make sure that you really want her and you don't want to wait for the events to drop on the global server, if they even drop on the global server, to get her for free. But let's see why she's good. First off, she is good because she gives your whole team shields and attack up. As in support, this is a very good monster because she's not only boosting your survivability but also your damage by a lot. This skill too has a shield and attack up on the same skill. And if your summoner, your main character, the character that you're controlling, has full HP, this skill is basically costing 3 mana instead of 4. Skill 1 is actually a really good skill to deal damage with if you can get a lot of attack on Bastet. And as a bonus, it also reduces the enemy's attack down. This is an AoE ability. She is used in PvE and PvP, and she is really good. But just one last time, remember that you can get her free on the US server. As for the global server, I am not sure at this stage if they will get her for free. This concludes my recommendations for the selective summons. I hope this helps a lot of new players, and most importantly, make sure you pick one that you will have fun with. And if you're not sure which monster you should pick, just another reminder, you can skip the main quest where they tell you to use the selective summon, and you will be able to save it and use it for later. That is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and feel free to catch me live at twitch.tv/ExilerJ. I am always open to answer questions if you have any. Peace out.